Hello everybody. Today I'm back with pickle, and that is meat pickle. I am making it with mutton, but the recipe is same for all kinds of meat. The process is same. I have taken 500 grams of mutton, and if you have more, just double the recipe. So to 500 grams of mutton, I have added a pinch of turmeric and salt, and I will pressure cook it till it's tender. You can just boil it without using the pressure cooker, but to make it fast, I've used a pressure cooker. The other ingredients that you need for this is you will need 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, that is for frying the masala, and you will need oil for deep frying. Other than that, you need mustard seeds, cloves, ginger, garlic, turmeric, cumin powder, and mustard powder. So seeds you will have to powder, salt, whole red chilies, and Kashmiri red chilies. So now here in a kadai I have taken mustard oil, 3 tablespoons of mustard oil, and mustard oil gives a very nice flavor. I like using mustard oil. You can use any oil that you want to, but for pickles I prefer using mustard oils. So I will heat that oil to a smoking point and then cool it down a little before adding my ingredients to it. So now I've added 3 red chilies chopped, 3 dry red chilies chopped, garlic and ginger pounded. So I've used around 7 to 10 cloves of garlic and a piece of ginger. So you can use garlic according to your taste. I like it very garlicky, so I've added a little extra, and I will cook it in the oil. What you can do is, before adding this, you can add mustard, but I have added mustard a little late because I forgot, but it doesn't really matter. It is very forgiving, so you can add it at any time you want as long as it gets cooked properly. So now you can see I'm cooking the ginger, garlic, red chili and mustard together. I will cook it for some time in the oil and add salt accordingly. You will know when it's ready. Don't let it burn, but let it get a little color. Keep stirring it so that you don't burn it. This is optional. What I've added here is a teaspoon of sauf, whole sauf, that's fennel seeds, and I've added pepper balls, black pepper balls, a teaspoon of that as well, and Kalongi, 1 teaspoon. But this is optional. You can totally skip this, especially Kashmiris, because in Kashmir we don't use these things in pickle, but you do get a very good taste. I like this, but again this is optional. Cook all of this together. Continue cooking. As you can see, I like smelling what I'm cooking. So in between you can just see me taking a whiff of all this. In the meantime, you can see the oil for the meat is heating. Now you should always keep the meat out to drain excess water from it, because otherwise when you're frying it will splatter all over. But I didn't have that much time, so I did keep it just for a little while. That is the reason I'm being so careful while putting it in. You have to be really careful or you'll burn yourself. This is the difficult part in this, because it can burn you. It can splatter a lot, and yeah. And this process is very important, deep frying the meat, because that is what preserves it in the pickle. So in the meantime, you can see My masala is ready. I have actually switched off the gas for it, and I'm trying to cool it because I don't want it to cook further. It will get burnt if I don't keep moving it like this. But the gas is switched off. So I have brought it to the sides so that the oil is still hot. It doesn't cook it. That is the reason I've piled it up on the sides, as you can see. And the meat is frying. You have to make the meat crispy, very crispy. It takes a few minutes. So as I've told you that I'm making this in mutton, but you can use any kind of meat, chicken, beef, or mutton. Anything works for this. Process is exactly the same, and only the meats you use are different. So here again I'm adding a little bit of kalonji to the hot oil so that it cooks. This is the mustard powder, the jeera powder. The stove is off. I'm adding it to the oil that has cooled down a little because I don't want it burnt. Now the red chili powder. As you can see, mine is Kashmiri lal. So it doesn't have the spice, it is more of color. I have still kept a little aside. I didn't add the entire thing because I felt it was a little much. If you want, you can add a little more of red whole chilies if you like it spicy. The spice level is all according to your taste. Uh, you can increase or decrease the red chili powder according to your taste. That has nothing to do with preserving the meat. All you have to be very careful with is how much vinegar, lemon juice, salt you add to it. That have to be appropriate as per the recipe because that is what helps in preserving. So you can see the masala is ready and it looks beautiful. The camera is not doing justice. So this is, I'm adding a spoon of garam masala here now. And if you've noticed, all the masalas are added to the oil after switching off the gas and after it has cooled down a bit. Do not add it to your hot oil, otherwise it will get burnt and you don't want that. The only thing you add to the oil when it's a little hot after switching off is your kalonji, sauf, and pepper, whole pepper balls. Now I've taken one lemon. Okay, I forgot one piece. So okay, so now add the lemon juice and mix it well. Again, now this, so when you're adding this, the masala mix has to be cooled before adding. Mine is not completely cool. It's a little warm, but it's okay. But because I'm making a video and I want to show everything to you, I am just hurrying the process. In mine is cool, but it is still a little warm. So you can do, you can just cool it completely before adding this in. I'm waiting for the meat to fry properly before I add it in. So looks like the meat is ready too. So now I'll take it out and add it to my masala directly. So I'm sure you all are going to be very forgiving for the voiceover, as this is all new, and with a toddler hanging on to you it becomes a little more difficult, but still I am trying, and I hope you all are going to give your love. Do share, subscribe and like the videos that I post. Shower all your love the way you have shown it on my page. I would really appreciate that. And do keep telling me what you want. me to make for you and how you want me to improve. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the videos in a very normal setting that any of us would cook in. I don't want to show it in a very sophisticated way because this is how we cook in our kitchens. So you can see here the meat is crispy and it is golden brown. I've added it to masala, the masala that we made for the pickle, and I'm mixing it well. And at this stage, you're going to check for your salt. You want the salt to be perfect. You don't want it less because salt helps in preserving the pickle as well. And I have used a little less oil because it's very little quantity. It will get over in a day or two. But make sure that when you're bottling it, when you're putting it in the bottle, you add enough oil for it to cover the meat nicely. So I will show you how to pack. Please make sure your bottle is sterilized well. I have taken a glass bottle, I washed it and then immersed it in boiling water for a few minutes, took it out, dried it up nicely, and then used it. And that's how you sterilize bottles. Always, preferably, use glass bottles for pickles. It's always better, airtight glass bottles. Uh, but if you have other things like the clay pot or plastic bottles that you use, those are also fine, but please sterilize them properly. So you can see I have